everybody.
Good evening. You got Steve running solo tonight?
I do.
Very exciting.
Hi everyone, this is Steve Focacci with the VRG, and welcome to Summit Point. Tonight we're going to have a 30-minute practice, a 15-minute qualifying session, and then two 25-minute sprint races. So it appears that we've lost sound. I'm working on that. Everything went smooth last week. We're going to see if we can get to the bottom of it. Hopefully we'll get you some sound before qualifying starts. Let's voice chat. Alright guys, I'm going to shut down iRacing for a minute and come back. So hopefully the system will kind of reset itself and we'll get some sound. So we'll be back in a few minutes. we have Ian Ditson in the booth joining us when qualifying begins. Alright, I got feedback that the sound was a little bit low. I made some adjustments. Hopefully we're headed on the right track. Got about 5 minutes left to practice here. We'll start qualifying in 5 minutes, and then we're going to have a 15-minute qualifying session, which is going to be an individual qualifying effort from everybody, but they do have 15 minutes to collect all their laps. You can see we got a bit of a traffic jam here out in last few minutes of practice.
Check.
Oh, I think we got you there. We have Ian Ditson joining us in the booth. How you doing tonight, Ian?
Good. How are you, Steve?
We're doing good. Getting ready for a hopefully a good race at Summit Point, track most of the guys here are familiar with.
Yeah, it's always a little crazy here, though.
Yeah, it's a tight track. Only really one long straightaway, which we're looking at right now. Really hoping we have a good race. Like I said, a lot of the guys have many laps here, and I think you as well have a bunch of laps here, do you not?
I do, but this happens to be my worst track in my racing.
You know, I feel like it's one of those tracks. It's like one of the first that they give you. And it's only got a few corners, so a lot of people learn the corners and get fairly decent at it. So you know, It's always stiff competition. Lime Rock's a bit like this as well.
Yeah, I frustrated with Lime Rock. I figured out how to get quick in certain cars there. This track in particular.
Oh, hey. Hey, Ian, I think we lost you again.
You lost me again?
Oh, nope, you're back. Yeah, when we jumped over sessions, we had a little bit of a glitch. Yeah, just for the viewers at home, I'm fighting a few glitches. Seems like we're getting sorted through most of them, but not really sure what the hang-up is tonight.
What do we want to blame?
I'm going to blame computers, first of all.
Okay.
Maybe the internet. Yeah, so any second we'll have cars out on the track, and it looks like we have 14 cars here tonight.
Yeah, decent turnout. What do you think of these cars?
They're fun to drive. There's certain cars where they're good to drive on your own. Like, you could just make a million laps, and I think this is one of them.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a handful, so I don't know if they're great for side-by-side racing. You know, I think they're a little over 700 horsepower and, you know, gigantic tires, but...
I mean, you can do some pretty sweet four-wheel drifting, but that's not really the goal, is it?
Yeah, I've done a few of those. I found out they're not fast at all, even though it sounds awesome.
It looks cool, too.
And hopefully we see tonight there's iRacing gave us some new smoke. The smoke looks a little bit better. Hopefully my PC can render it so everybody can see it. But yeah, I imagine we'll have some good tire lockups and a little bit of four-wheel smoke coming off the corners.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a fun one.
I am not sure why I'm not getting any cars on the track yet.
Is it possible instead of open format, it's closed so we're single car on track for quali?
Yeah, but as a watcher, I should be able to see them all. I am not entered as a... Let's see if I can do something here. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Hopefully we'll be able to work something out here and get something shown here. This has happened before. There was an update today, so not only am I blaming the PC and the internet, I may blame the update.
Just blame iRacing, it's easier that way.
Yeah.
I did it with Daytona, so...
And I'm looking at my live scoring. Nobody has set any laps yet, and I don't see any intervals, which makes me think maybe nobody's gone out yet, which doesn't make any sense, but...
Yeah, that's unlike most of us. And most of the guys in there. I mean, usually Stefan's the first one out.
Yeah, usually, I mean, we have 15 minutes, and most guys are going to race right out there. I'm not sure how many laps we have set to count, but usually it's about 2. But as long as you don't, you keep the car going straight, you can use the whole 15 minutes to your advantage, which is typically how it goes. But like I said, I'm not seeing anything yet.
As long as you don't bend the car, you're fine.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it looks to me like if there are cars on the track, we are not able to see them. But like I said...
welcome to the next however many minutes of silence at a racetrack.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yep, much like a real racetrack, there's downtime, so we're going to call this either bathroom break, we can pretend there's rain, or Maybe we got to clean up some oil. Yeah, lunch.
Well, I don't know about lunch at 8:30, but each their own.
Well, it's 12 o'clock somewhere.
That's very true.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on here. I'm not, like I said, I'm not seeing any intervals on my end. So,
That's very perplexing.
you know what? I may shut iRacing down and jump back in. So hang on, let's do this. Let's go to our screen. I'm going to shut down iRacing, turn it back on just in case we are missing anything, and this way we'll get it started back up and in time for a race if it is an issue on my end.
Just curious, Steve, what type of lap times were you running here?
So I did a few laps and I made a little demo lap for everyone, and I think based on the practice session weather, which was, I don't remember, maybe like a little bit over 100 degrees on the track, we clipped off a few high 108s.
Oh.
Now, I can't do that repeatedly. I could run 109s, mid-low 109s. But I also, I only did a few quick laps, and I didn't try to do like a whole stint. So 25 minutes with 700 horsepower, it may eat into those tires a little bit. So I wouldn't expect them to, if they can do that in the beginning, they won't be able to do that for the duration.
Yeah. I mean, just in the practice session that we had last week while I was at home, they went away in about 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, the car that was hairy to drive on good tires, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. I think we start to enter Formula Drift area, once the tires go off.
So I got kicked out of the session. I'm going to message one of the guys and see if they can get me in. But I just got a message from iRacing that says that my registration slot was claimed due to inactivity. So I don't know what that's all about. But I'm going to try to message one of our race administrators who could hopefully get us in.
Huh. Do I need to start making car noises?
It might not hurt.
I don't think I'm that good.
Alright, so I sent a message to the bosses. Hopefully they'll see it in time and get us in. Or this may be a short broadcast. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel right now.
Yep.
But like I said, there was a an update, and hopefully that's not what's causing our issue. Uh-oh. So, yeah, I'm getting messages I've never seen before. It says my communication with the stim has not been established. Okay, let's...
Interesting.
Now, for non-iRacing users, there's a web version of iRacing, and there's they call it the UI version. I'm using the UI version, which is the newer version, and should have all the bells and whistles, but...
Well, has all the bells and whistles that, ding incorrectly most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I typically don't use it, but I thought for the broadcast's sake, it might be good to be on the latest, greatest.
So much for that.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. It's letting me re-register to watch. So that's what I was doing before.
So, where's the next race? Since we're sitting right now.
The next race is going to be at Long Beach. Now that's going to be an awesome one.
I'm gonna be in Florida for that one.
Oh, well, maybe you can stop by and watch it. Wait, is Long Beach in Florida or is Long Beach, California?
I don't know.
It's in one of those warm places. I know that.
Yeah, I will not be available to help you out next week, though.
Well, yeah, I'm sure glad you're here, because it would be lonely messing the stream up all by myself.
I wonder who's out there watching absolute nothingness right now, because I can subtract myself and probably you from the 8 viewers we have.
Let's see. Maybe, I know Mac McCormick said he wasn't going to be here, celebrating a birthday. Not his birthday. Whose birthday? Lee's birthday, he said. So, happy birthday, Lee. I'm not getting anything on my end. It says iRacing is already running, which it's not.
I've had that before. Do you fully close iRacing? Like
I did. And I'm in and it says it's starting the sim, so hopefully we got 5 more minutes before the race would start. So
that's all I got.
Yep, we're gonna eat it up quick if that's the case. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go bounce back and try to go through the web. The web's always been my friend.
Yep. And iRacing's talking about making a new UI. I heard someone.
Yeah, I did read that, which is good because the UI is not great. I typically stick with the web. Works a little bit better. It's got all the things I need. Okay, joining through the web. Let's see. It says joining. Fingers crossed. It says please close simulator if you want to join the session. Simulator not open, man.
Were you trying to join the session through the UI though?
I was, yes.
Is it still trying to join?
Nope, I shut the UI down. Yeah, I'm a little bit lost right now what to do. It just doesn't want to let me in. I have no iRacing windows open. Let's see what else I can do here.
Pop the task manager.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. Okay. Is there anything in there? I've got trading paints running. No iRacing. Oh wait, actually, there is an iRacing in there. Let's kill that. I'm going to kill it with fire. Let's go back to the web. Hitting watch. Oh, it's responding.
Oh. Again, very sorry about this. Inconvenient viewers. I really hope you like this Summit Point patience screen, I guess.
Overthink detected. Okay. We're trying to get back in. Yeah, so initially when I joined in, I had sound. Sound went away. And I couldn't figure it out, so I killed the stream, or killed the iRacing session, turned it back on, and that's when sound came back. So,
yep.
Like I said, it's very possible it's me. It's only my second time here, but we'll see. You know what? We'll give you something here. I'm going to jump to what I see so everybody knows we're trying. We got the bar loading, 73, 80, 90%.
Yeah, I mean...
Uh-oh, I hear cars. We're getting there. It's like when you pull into the gate of a racetrack.
That's always a good feeling.
Alright, I think we made it. Oh yeah, and I got live timing. Let's get our telemetries up. So, Stefan Vappa on top with a 108.6. Darren Treacle. Yep, Darren Treacle about half a second off. Jim Karamatis in third. I think we're following along here with Ian Wisbin. Let's see who else we have on track. We have Jim Graziano.
We're nearing the end of quali, right?
So we're 13 and a half minutes in, and you know how iRacing works. If everybody drops out, the session will start, but otherwise we're going to have to go till the end of the time, which is 15 minutes.
Wow, or 3 minutes over typically.
Oh, we do. I think we still have Ian on the track.
Oh, getting a little squirrely on there. Oh, I guess it's done. Okay.
Yeah, I imagine most people don't have any laps left to bank at this point. They're just getting a little bit feel for the track and.
Yep. Mac's still out there.
Mac. Oh, and here we have Darren, who I think missed most of practice in usual style.
He doesn't believe in practice.
Yeah.
That was a very funny conversation with him.
And we have Carlos Bonds. Yes.
Over here. I'm practicing all the time leading up to the race. And Darren's like, I don't even practice. I just show up, and if that's what I do, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's as I told a friend once, it's iRacing, not iPractice.
Well, it's I practice when I'm using to learn the track. Surprisingly works.
Yeah. So which tracks do you use that it translates well?
I used Summit. It translates to real life well.
So that's the end of practice. We're gridding up. And here's our starting grid. Number 1, we have Stefan Vappa with a 108.6. And Darren Treacle actually improved to within a quarter second. He was sitting about a half second out. And looks like maybe we'll have a good race at the front this week. Jim Karamaz in 3rd. Dave Curtis in 4th. Michael Kelly starting 5th. And Carlos Bond in 6th. John Clerk starting 7th. Ian Wisbin in 8th. Jim Graziano 9th. 10th we have Bob Lang. And 11th we have Ralph Padgington. 12th we have John Wood. I know there's a way to switch over to the other page. Let's see if I can figure that out. Huh. So, I know you guys don't. Oh, I think I figured it out. Wait, there we go. I think we end up on John Wood. And we have Kurt Uzbay in 13th and Matthew Barber in 14th. As soon as everybody's on the grid, we're going to roll off. Let's jump to our race info. Summit Point in Virginia. 78-degree day. Looks like it's a lovely day there. Important to us track racers is track temp, which is 115, which is actually is a bit on the higher side. 115-degree track is typically going to be a bit greasy. Probably just what they need with these 700 horsepower monsters. And we're rolling off. Are you kidding? We lost sound again. Alright, Ian. I'm going to do one of the cars. You do another car. Brrr. Uh-oh, we lost Ian too. Hey, Ian, are you there?
Yeah. Did you
Okay.
lose me again?
We did.
Ah, shocker.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's something on my end, but I don't know. I have my iRacing volume on.
Because I could still hear you through the stream and everything.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to have to apologize again for all the technical difficulties, but at this point I think we're going to have to roll with it. It's going to be a bit of a quiet race. I'm not sure what I can do to get this back. Yeah, I don't think we want to jump out now and possibly lose the opening lap.
Probably not.
Yeah, so I haven't talked to too many guys. I'm not sure what the general consensus is about this car. I imagine for some guys it might be a little bit over their level, and then other guys are probably just having a blast driving it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the car, but as you said, it's okay to race.
Yeah. Yeah, especially a tight track like this, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I made a statement I never thought I'd make. I said I missed the GT3 cars.
You know, I'm getting experience with the GT3 cars, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't love them. I did a bunch of GTE racing, and switching to the GT3s, I really don't care for them.
Well, the only thing I found is that I can brake a little bit later, and I don't have to worry about locking anything up because ABS is amazing.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we're in the last corner. Pace cars in, and they're off. Looks like Stefan jumped to a huge lead.
Not entirely surprising. He does that off the start pretty well.
Yeah, and these cars are so fast. You know, a little bit of a jump start, and he'll be gone.
Yeah.
Looks like we're getting through turn 1 pretty clean. Oh, and we have is that Michael Kelly in the grass? Let's see if he gets back on. Yep, he got back on with no incident. That's good. Probably the slowest corner on the circuit right here. In the lower gears, you got to be very careful putting the accelerator down there.
Yeah.
I mean, even with 4-wheel drive and those big giant slicks, it'll spin them all.
Down in the carousel, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, YouTube's a little delayed, so I
Okay.
have to pop open iRacing.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, if there's anybody who can message us on YouTube, anybody you want us to follow, we'll be happy to do it. Maybe Ian can check on that and see if anybody shoots us a message.
I was hoping Christian was out there so he could heckle me again.
Looks like we had an issue in the back there.
Oh no.
Let's see, who was that? The event record is going crazy. Let's see, maybe Jim Graziano. Let me see if it was him.
Oh.
Oh boy. John Wood, it looks like, and Jim Graziano tried to enter the exit of pit lane at speed. Not sure if somebody wasn't paying attention or what.
Yikes.
Jim Karamanis has moved up to second. Something happened to Darren Treagle. We can jump to a replay of that.
Oh, just a little.
Oh, you see the crash in the back there from earlier, and then here goes Darren. Oh, just coming in a little too hot, it looks like.
Yeah, Jim told me he got his first win with the VRG.
He did. He did excellently. I think he had a first and a second maybe, or a first and a third at Sebring.
Yeah, he was psyched about it.
So we still have some battles on track. Looks like Jim's about 3 seconds behind Stefan Vappa.
Yes.
Darren Treacle is all over Dave Curtis.
Stefan's very consistent and quick at this track.
Yeah, Stefan rarely makes a mistake. Oh!
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
Dave Curtis locks up and goes off. Darren Treacle gets by.
I was worried that was commentator's curse for a second.
Yeah, I'm not going to take any more blame. I've got enough problems right now.
I would have taken the ball on that one.
Let's see. Here we're following Kurt Uzbey. He's got Matthew Barber behind him. Those who don't know, Matthew Barber's company, Office Service Company, is our series sponsor. Let's see here. Office Service can help you with all your work from home needs. So if you've got any issues and need some supplies, just go over to officeservicecode.com, see what they have.
Steve, if you think you're having technical problems right now, I'm running at 10 frames per second.
Okay, so I'm going to blame this all on iRacing. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm at school.
So iRacing does generally a good job. I think we unfortunately have just a scheduling where they did a deployment today, which means that they make some updates, make some small changes here and there, and Sometimes they don't always agree with everything going on, and especially if you're broadcasting, I think the primary concern for them is the race is going off without the hitch, and maybe the broadcast end of it can be secondary.
I don't know that I disagree with that, though.
So we have Jim Karamaris and Darren Treacle entering the final corner. Looks like Jim's picked up a little bit of damage on the left side. He was in second place. Stefan Vappa's got about a 5-second lead, but second, third, fourth, and fifth are fairly tight right here.
I'm gonna go try to find where Jim got that damage.
Whoa! Whoa! He's got a big lockup. Goes off track. Let's see. I might be able to help with that. Jim Karamanis. Oh, this is his current lockup. Let's back up and see if we can find another one. Here we go. Here he is in the S's. He's doing. Oh, we got put 2 tires off. That's what happened. And let's see. Is that Michael Kelly? They're a little close. Oh, he's already got the damage, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Now here he is in third. I know he slides back a few more spots, so he's trying to get a tow. Heading into turn 1. Oh, another lockup. Oh, and then 2 tires off. Yeah, if you could find where Jim got his damage, we'll happily go back and take a look at it. Let's jump back live.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, we're going to try to find Carlos Bonds, who I think is under fire from Darren Treacle. Carlos Bonds with his, at this point, famous Hello Kitty liveries.
They're something, aren't they?
Not my choice, but I think it works for him.
I think I just heard something from Dave Curtis. Or wait, that might be from earlier. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, so if you're not an iRacer, a lot of us use a software called Trading Paints, which is a third-party app that allows you to go download liveries that people have made for iRacing. And, you know, if you're into Hello Kitty, there'll probably be one for every car. I typically like to go with the old nostalgic ones.
I attempt to make my own, and they look mediocre at best.
And honestly, some of my favorite are the one. There's a guy who makes them in Microsoft Paint. It looks like,
Yeah.
like the kind you did in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
I find those awesome. And Darren Treacle moves into 3rd.
That was a nice clean pass.
Yeah, sure was. It's hard, and you know, as we saw, it's hard to do entering turn 1. It seems like it's very easy to lock up and find yourself in the grass.
Just outbroken. And he's on the way to go catch Mike Kelly now.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say that driving this car, it feels almost like it's got the old bias ply tires, where you can kind of push and lean into them a bit, and it's just, you know, it's very easy to get caught off when you do go over the edge. So if you're braking hard and kind of leaning on the tire already, and then you start aggressively downshifting, it's very easy to find yourself on the wrong side of it.
Downshifting too quick is car rotation. Do not do that in your life.
So it looks like, was that a lap car, that red one they're coming up on?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know who that is. It's not Jim? Or, oh, maybe that's Ralph. That might be Ralph Paddington they're coming up on. Let's,
First season of VRG with Ralph. It was athlete.
yeah, I think everybody, whoa, here we go. I think everybody probably had a great time when they joined iRacing and got the, just got the feel for everything, and, you know, everybody was new to it. It was just fun.
Yeah, now we're all being hyper competitive.
Right, and you know, the competitive part sets in like, hey, I've been doing this for probably a year now, and let's get better.
Yeah, the only nice thing about the sim is you can pretty much walk away for a little bit and just come back and find your feet almost within 2 laps, whereas real cars, taking an hour or two.
Yeah. Well, if you don't like the car you're driving, it's very easy to close the sim, start it back up, and get something you like.
Yeah.
Wow, look at Darren close. Really hard on the brakes there.
Yeah, locked up a touch, but, you know.
Yeah, he kept it off the grass.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, as we see, it's very easy to go on the grass at that point.
Yeah, but just don't get two wheels. If you're going to go in the grass, put them all four off, and just lots of counter steering.
Let's jump into Darren's car and we'll watch from the roll bar. A little sad. I kind of wish iRacing would model some footwork.
Yeah, me too. It'd be cool to see that. Especially in these cars, because...
Yeah. Yeah, these guys were doing something.
Do you drive with the clutch, or do you let it auto clutch?
No, I drive with the clutch.
Okay.
Although I am curious, a car like this makes so much horsepower, and as we were saying before, just like the downshifting part and all that, it may just be smoother. Not having a ton of laps in here, it may be faster initially just to go with the auto clutch and let it do all the work. Wow! Oh! Darren messed up on the brakes there. Little mess up. I think,
Darren, reset too.
Michael Kelly's not going to be happy about that.
I just heard the radio words.
Let's see. Did Michael Kelly keep going, or is he in the pits? Yeah, he did keep going. He's in third, so he's falling behind Carlos Bonds, so it's not the end of the day, end of the world for him, although the car might disagree.
It's just the rear end of the car. The front end is the important.
Yep.
And it looks like Carlos gave it back. Or Ralph gave
Oh,
it
that
back.
was Carlos. Yeah, I think that was a lap car.
Yeah, that was Ralph. My bad.
Our leader, Stefan, having a Sunday drive.
Per usual.
Yeah, turning 108s super fast.
Yep. You know, you're the only one that could get. You're the only one that gets him a kiss. Consistent runs for his money.
Yeah, well, I think so. I wasn't around in the beginning, but I believe Darren won almost every race in the beginning. Did he not? I mean, when you guys were doing GT cars,
Yeah,
it was
when I was faster than Stefan.
and then we started to switch around, and we went to some open wheel stuff, and that's when Stefan really started to shine. I'm sure Darren's hoping we go back to GT cars.
Well, this is technically a GT car.
Oh yeah, I guess.
It is. Well, I don't know about Grand Touring, but it's something. It's got fenders.
Yeah, it's got fenders, but it's so different. I mean, it's wildly different from everything else you could possibly drive.
I mean, the trail braking is very complex in this one. I almost wish we'd go back to the GT3 cars at this point.
Yeah, you know what? Everybody's got all this endurance experience now. I really think it probably would be good for us.
Yeah, and I love the way. What do you drive when you're running GT3?
So right now I'm driving the BMW only because I'm driving in a BMW League.
Okay. I usually stick myself in the Audi. That's the only one I can get comfortable in. Mike Kelly had an off coming out of the last corner.
Yeah, we were just following Ian Wisbin, who passed Matthew Barber for position. Matthew Barber had a lockup and went off. Here we can jump to Michael Kelly. Replay in the last corner. Little bit of curb. Oh, probably aggressively on the throttle.
Yeah, and the wheel.
Oof. And I was a bit surprised. I really thought with four-wheel drive, offs wouldn't be a big deal. But they're a big deal. It seems like the two tires that are on the asphalt really just overwhelm the ones in the grass, and the car just wants to go back off track.
I think they just get spinning so much quicker, and it really just makes you unhappy.
So right here we have a three-car battle. Closest battle on track is these three cars right here for 6th, 7th, and 8th. This is Bob Lang in the blue car, Kurt Uzbey, and Ian Wisbin, who actually just made a mistake and went off.
Ooh. He disappeared.
Oh, never mind, he disappeared. Sorry, Ian. Ian being a broadcaster, his connection's usually rock solid. We usually don't have any issues. Hopefully,
Usually rock solid. And his computer's running incredibly high frame rate.
yeah. I was gonna say hopefully everything's okay. Oh, wait, that was Kurt popping. Oh, end of the race. I don't. So Ian disappeared on the last lap.
But he's back.
What is going on? Okay.
Yay.
My
Computers.
I am not 100% sure, but was this a short race?
They hit 12 laps before 25, I think.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know we were doing doing that. Okay. So let's see if we can get the race results up. Nope, no race results. Maybe because we're doing the heat format. Okay, we're back on the grid. Well, the grid will tell us. So it looks like we inverted the top 10. So Stefan, and Carlos Bonds, who were on the front, are now 10th and 9th. But starting at the front, we have Dave Curtis, followed by Ian Wisbin. Hey, maybe that was strategy by Ian Wisbin. I don't know. Third, we have Matt Barber. Fourth, we have Kurt Uzbey. Fifth, Bob Lang. Sixth, Jim Karamanis. 7, John Clerk. 8th, Michael Kelly. 9th, Carlos Bonds. 10th, Stefan Vappa. 11th, Ralph Padgington. 12th, John Wood. And 13th, Jim Graziano. And 14th is Darren Treacle. Okay, hang on again.
There, Steve?
Yes, we're back.
Hi.
So, lots of technical difficulties, and we're making the best of it.
Yeah, like I said, I have some radio from the drivers playing through my ears. Matt Barber was not too impressed with having to start up front.
Yeah, that could be a tough thing if you're not used to being up front.
Well, I mean, he's in third, sorry. And this just did not sound too
Well, the problem is when we do inverted fields is the guys who do end up front and have a bunch of guys behind him who are really fast and probably aggressive and just want to get by.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I'm learning patience. I really am trying.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you race in the real world because you like to race, so being patient isn't always fun.
I mean, I've raced this format in go-karts before.
Mm-hmm.
It works really well there.
Yeah.
But that's go-karts. And I mean, they use it in F2, like Jim made the case for.
Oh, yeah.
And I just think the speed differences between everyone is
just too great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's also a tight track, and it's a difficult car to drive.
Yeah, I think we should BOP Stefan.
Yeah. So I suggested, because it's the way everything's set up, you really can't BOP an individual driver. But I said we should just let everybody else run 10 gallons, and he can run 25. See if we can hold him back a little bit. Would be a little bit of honor system. I don't think Stefan's a liar.
No.
And pace car's in. And Ian Wisbin's off.
Oh boy, Darren's got everyone laughing right now. And they're blasting down the front stretch.
Looks like Dave Curtis is going to lead us into turn 1.
Really good start from him.
Yeah, so I mean, if it's anything like the last race, if you can kind of stay clean out front, there may be some incidents in the back that might give you a little bit of a gap. That's what I'd be hoping for anyway.
Dave Curtis could win this thing, and Mike Kelly just went shooting on the track.
All right, we can jump back to that. Let's see. Michael Kelly went off.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's not Michael Kelly.
It's not Michael Kelly. I'm sorry about that, Mike.
Michael Kelly came back. Huh. Don't know why it's not showing me. Unless he's not on the track right now. Let's try again. Oh, there it is.
You got it?
Let's see if I can just back up. Let's do it the manual way so I don't lose it. Might be a little ugly. Now he's on the inside. Oh, and he locked up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably very easy to do when the tires are cold. I mean, it's easy to do when the tires are hot, but especially hard when the tires are cold. And then is that, I don't know if that's Jim Karamanis or Ralph.
No, is that 274 or 272?
That's 274.
That would be Ralph, I believe. Yeah,
Let's see if we can back up and see what happened to him.
Carlos got a little out of shape, and then Ralph did the same thing.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Oh, he was in the grass.
Yeah.
Caught a piece of the Hello Kitty, and then that might be John Clark. Maybe he got a piece of it.
I'm really messing up these names tonight.
Yeah, it's some of the guys are running new liveries that they haven't run before, and it's throwing me off a little bit. Just trying to learn what everybody's doing in the GTOs.
I don't even have trading paints on, because that would make me run it like 4 frames per second. I can't talk. I'm sorry.
So we have Dave Curtis out front. He's got a looks like a 6-second lead, but we've got a huge pack behind him.
He's pulled a pretty nice gap, and Stefan is down in the back. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see what he can do to get through the field.
Yeah, I think I saw Darren Treacle started last. He's already up to 4th, so that's a very impressive first few laps for him. He's got Stefan behind him, so he'll be eager to keep him behind him.
That's what I have found from doing the iRacing races is starting from the very back is better than starting far back in the grid.
Yeah, in the middle. The middle's a dangerous spot. Oh, Curtis Bay goes off. So that's 2 spots for Darren and Stefan.
Yep.
Let's jump on board with Stefan.
Darren's up to 3rd.
Yep. Yeah, Darren's on the move. 11 positions he's moved up.
Bob Lang is in the next, right?
Yeah, we've got a bunch of cars together. Right now we've got Darren and Stefan hunting down Jim Karamanis. Then we have another pack of cars which we can jump to in a second. Let's see what this looks like going down the front stretch before we switch. Oh, Darren's gonna make a move.
This will be interesting.
I see no tire smoke, so everybody's gonna get through okay. Stefan took a nice wide exit entry into the corner. He's gonna have a good run off.
And Darren does not.
Oh, Stefan lets him back in.
Yeah, Darren does not. Is not gentle when he's racing Stefan.
Yeah, I've noticed that Darren gets significantly better during the race. It's pretty incredible to me, and I've done some racing with him. Just how quick he picks everything up and how fast he advances.
That's no practice.
Yeah, but it's just like, I mean, I know a lot of guys who have to put a lot of time in to get where he gets after 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I do similar things. Practice is hard, especially in here because you lose your focus a lot easier.
When we did Daytona, we found a new setup. And there's contact. Darren's testing out the 4-wheel drive now. Yeah, we can go back and.
It looks like Jim just got pit maneuvers.
Yeah, sure did. Let's see if. Let me pause it and go to a different camera here. Let's see if he gets punted. Well, we know he gets punted, don't we?
Just punted, right word?
Yeah, I think he hopped the curb and probably got off the throttle. And Darren was definitely hard on it, so.
Yeah. Accidents happen.
More cars rejoining.
Yeah, I think Jim just hit the curb too hard. It's a shame. So
Yeah.
Who are we watching now?
So this is Jim, but he's not in second anymore. He's in eighth.
Yeah.
We've got a pack just in front I'm going to jump to. It looked like it was a 3-car battle. It's Kurt Uzbey and Michael Kelly. There was a third car there for a second, wasn't there? I didn't dream that.
I'm gonna go with you, dreaming.
I see Ian just in front, unless he made a big gap.
The scary thing is what is gonna happen to that gap, Dave Curtis?
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. We got to go jump to it. I think it's gone, isn't it?
No, I don't see Stefan yet. So.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so we've got Darren right behind Stefan, and it's about. Oh, I'm still in replay. Hang on. Let me. This is why I was missing things. Sorry, everyone.
You know.
Gonna say Jim and Ian have done a great job with this broadcasting thing. Now that I understand all the ins and outs of it, it's tough.
Yeah. Not rooting against Stefan or anything, but it's good to see when he has to work for the win instead of starting on pole and just running away. It's like the Lewis Hamilton thing, except I like Stefan a lot more than I like you.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's not that I dislike Lewis Hamilton, but when you've got the best car and you're arguably the best driver, the racing's just boring. And oh, Darren made a left-hand turn going down the front stretch. That's. Oh, you know what? I bet you he got 2 tires in the grass and probably tried to ride it out.
Yeah, but that puts John Wood in third.
Well, congratulations, John Wood.
Is there a gap to him? Yeah, there's a small gap.
Yeah, he tried. Yep, it's just too much throttle.
Oh,
So
he shellacked that.
So we've got a good battle in the back there. We've got quite a few cars near each other. Jim Caramana's trying to come back through the field. He's got Kurt Uzbey in front of him. Oh, we're not live. Sorry, everyone. Nah, we're live. Okay, let me go back. Hang on. Let me go back to that battle. There we go.
This is a little bit more eventful than broadcasting of Jim and Ian.
All I can say is they're gonna get better, right?
Hey, it can only go up from here, right?
Oh, Ian Wisman had an off. I'm not sure what happened to him. Let's jump back and see that. And I promise I'll remember to go live afterwards. That's not Ian. Huh. I wonder if Ian had an internet. Oh, there we go.
I'm keeping tabs on Dave Curtis.
Nope, he did the same thing that Darren did. Just the 2 tires in the grass. Tried to save it. I'm not sure if he caught the wall or not. He doesn't. I think he saved it. Just lost a few positions. Let's jump back up to live. I'm sorry, what'd you say about Dave Curtis?
Like I said, I'm keeping tabs on Dave Curtis, and that gap is closing.
Yeah, so he's got about a 6-minute lead. I don't have a I don't have the intervals for when the race is going to end. So I know the laps are quick. It's probably going to be a 13-minute race. I know we're about 9 minutes in, so Stefan's got about 3, maybe 4 minutes to close this down, which I think maybe just be a bit too long. Doesn't look like there's any lap traffic that Dave's going to have to contend with just yet, but I guess we'll see.
Got around Ralph already, so I think we may see Dave Curtis off pole. If he keeps it clean,
Okay.
I think we should be in for a...
No, this is it. It's a 2-race format. This is our second race.
This is the feature race.
This is the feature.
Really important race.
So Curtis right now looking to be on the top step.
Yep. This is a hard track to race back and having started a little farther back too. I mean, these cars are enormous.
Yeah, they are. That's something I noticed too. They just got these huge fenders and they take up so much of the road.
I mean, they look awesome.
Yeah, I agree. And they, like I said, they are fun to drive.
Yeah, by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that's a key word, ain't it?
Yeah. But I mean, even coming back from the skippies, like having to start further back is a bit of a challenge too.
Yeah, I mean the Skippy though, because it's so narrow, you have a lot of road to work with. You know, the road seems wider. You know what I mean? You could fit 7, 8 Skippies wide, where you could maybe fit 3 of these across the road if they were all, you know, touching. Looks like Jim Graziano has a bit of a run here. Nope, we just backed off.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah, especially with all the issues we've seen guys having braking. Although I do notice many of our drivers have run in the 109s already, which is a pretty tight field.
Yeah, I mean, everyone. I mean, it's been a pretty clean race except for Darren's shunt and Ian's shunt. But other than that, I mean, there's probably been a couple bumps we missed here and there. But
Yeah, it's hard to catch everything. There's a lot of excitement, and it seems like it all kind of happens within a short amount of time.
I mean, the racing is very tight where it is tight, and the passing's very hard. But when you do the passing, it's typically pretty clean.
Yeah, that's true.
It looks like Graziano made a move.
Yeah, they both got Graziano, Bob Lang both got by Kurt Uzbey. Let's see, we have Stefan getting mighty close at the front. I'm going to jump to Carlos Bonds, Michael Kelly, and John Wood right now because they're in a 3-way battle for the last podium spot.
I think we're going to end up coming on to the last lap. And
Okay.
We're going to have to drive his heart out.
Is this the second to last lap, you think, by what you're seeing?
Well, I mean, I think we're on lap 12 right now.
Oh, okay. So let's
wait, this might be the last lap, actually.
Okay, let's jump live to Dave Curtis, and then you can see Stefan Vappa coming in the background.
That is one of the most stressful things, though. The first time you're in first place, and
Yeah, you get that clear air, right?
you're coming across the line, and you're like, last lap, don't mess it up now.
Well, these guys look like they're still going, don't they?
Yeah, I thought they'd be done. But if that's the case, then I think Dave might get this one.
All right. Well, I hate to jump away, but we're going to jump away real quick to a closer battle.
All right, fair enough.
You know, Michael Kelly trying to get that last podium spot. John Wood has run a great race, just trying to keep the distance right there.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Sorry about that confusion. This should be the last lap.
Okay.
I was looking at the heat.
Oh, and they're side by side. Oh, and they make contact. John Wood tries to go on the outside and just a little too much speed in the hairpin, and he's off.
Oh, no.
Michael Kelly takes the 3rd spot. And Carlos Bonds gets through as well, and John Wood's going to get back on track just in front of Jim Karamanis. And let's see, this should have been a race. Oh, and there we are, checkers.
Dave Curtis has won the race.
Congratulations, Dave Curtis. Showing some lockup.
Looks good, man.
Let's see what else we got here. We've got Michael Kelly in 3rd, Carlos Bonds coming around in 4th, John Wood, Jim Karamanis side by side. And it looks like Jim Karamanis got him at the line.
And then we had our usually end race demolition too.
Yeah, let's just see here. We got Bob Lang, Jim Gaziano, and John Clerk, Kurt Uzbey, and Ian Wisbin. I believe they're the last of our lead lap cars. And these guys are probably going to go join the fun.
Crashing.
Yeah, these guys love crashing. Oh!
You know they make games for this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Kurt has some of the best post-race crashes.
You know, it's amazing to me if you've ever seen on YouTube those iRacing bloopers where cars get shot to the moon or whatever. Of all the I was gonna say, of all the crashing our guys have done, it never seems to happen in our crash fests.
Way more than you think. Every time you're not there,
yeah.
I always do it.
That's funny. Oh, Looks like Matt Barber tried to come in there at the last minute. So hopefully we'll give everybody a second here to join us. We'll get a couple of the front guys.
Darren Treacle with a frustrating night.
Yep. Yeah, I think we had a few guys with frustrating nights, but Dave Curtis up in first. Happy for him. Michael Kelly got the podium. Stefan Vappa's probably a little disappointed in not being in his favorite position. But you sure can't win them all, right?
Yeah, he can lose one. It's fine. Well, two, I guess, now.
But yeah, so top three, Curtis, Vappa, and Kelly. We'll go down the order here. Carlos Bonds, Jim Karamanis, Bob Lang in 6th, John Clerk 7th, Kurt Uzbay in 8th, Ian Wisbin, we saw he had some technical difficulties, so curious to hear what happened with him. He's in 9th. John Wood must have had a pretty terrible last few laps there because he was in 3rd for a while. I don't know how he felt so far back.
He got bumped off track by Mike Kelly, I think.
Oh, okay. And then we have Jim Graziano, Matthew Barber, Ralph Padgington, and Darren Treacle.
Yep, I feel your pain, Darren.
So as these guys join the lobby, they can jump into the booth with us. I think we're going to need Ian and Jim to pull them in. So
yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we can have Dave Curtis in here and get his thoughts on his win. I want to say it's his first win. Do you know?
I think it's his first win. So
all right, awesome.
Champagne bottle.
Let's see. Trying to figure out how to jump back in the race and get some shots of Dave Curtis. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Alright, they should be coming over soon.
Oh, it's the beginning of the race. You know what? We could just fast forward.
We might as well bring the guys that usually work the booths in here too, right?
Yep.
How's it going?
Hey, fellas.
So
congrats on your win, Dave. That's the first one, right?
That is my first win, yes. Thank
Well, you better have a champagne bottle. You better be spraying it all over the room because it is party time, my friend.
I just put new fans in the tower here. So, yes, we're done.
Congrats on the win, Dave.
Thanks a lot. I was kind of not looking forward to finishing 10th in that first race. I didn't drive too well, and the second race got a little bit of a good start, and then just tried to focus on keeping it clean between the lines and not look at the relative box too much. I didn't want to know who was on the way.
Yeah, the relative box is a little scary at times, isn't it?
Well, and it's usually the same 2 or 3 guys that you see in the rearview mirror in that box. And,
yeah, very true.
You don't want to see those.
So, controlling the race and the pace for everything, what was that like?
Well, the car felt stable. In the first race, I had a couple of instances under braking where it seemed to get away from me, and so I tried to modulate the braking a little bit more. In the second race, it was a lot more stable, and I think my off-corner speed and mid-corner speed was a little bit better this time. So I think most of the laps were in the low 109s, so creeping up on those top lap times. Felt good.
I thought you had great lap times. Looks like you had many laps in the 109 range, which would definitely put you at the front of the field. I think Stefan was in the 108s, but he was probably the only one based on what I was seeing. So you were probably, if you weren't the second fastest car the whole race, most of both races anyway, you were, and definitely had a well-deserved win there.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think my spotter told me I had a 109.1, so that would have been my fastest lap in this car here. So, yeah, worked out well this time, and glad to be on top for once.
Yep, congratulations.
Congrats, Dave.
Second place, Stefan Vappa. Would you start 10th there? Took you maybe a little bit too long to get through the field, and then you had some excitement in front of you to deal with. So, how did your second race go?
Oh, that was fun. There were there was a little grumbling there at the beginning about the reverse grid. Some of the guys up front that would rather have been able to kind of go at their own pace and let things unfold in front of them, and I'm sitting back in 10th thinking this is going to be a hoot. But
Yeah.
it really is. It's so much fun getting back and fighting with the guys, and it got a little exciting and a little tight, but I just figured I kind of kept a championship view on things and figured I had enough pace to let things unfold in front of me and try not to get caught up in stuff. So yeah, there was a couple times where I felt like I had to come to a stop to let people slide out of the way if they were going to have an accident. But it worked out, and then I started heading off after David, and he was turning great lap times. He wasn't making any mistakes. I think after I cleared the pack, I think I turned every lap but one in the 108s. So, and you know, he did his best lap on his 11th lap, which was, I think, coinciding with my worst of that sort of section of the race. So that was perfect. I mean, he just ran away at that point, and I could not close that down fast enough. But it was fun trying.
Yeah, you guys both ran a good race. It was very clean for both of you, I thought. I think at the end of the race, neither of your cars looked like they had any damage. So, I mean, it shows what it takes to get up front. And it's just really fast, clean laps. But I think clean, more importantly, than fast.
Yeah, very good drives.
And third place, Michael Kelly. How did your day go? Are we on Michael Kelly?
It was mostly a day of playing catch up. Race 1, I got doored off by Big Red Box in turn 1, and I just, put it back on track and kept going. And I think in lap 10, I got pole vaulted by Darren on accident. He said he looked down at something on his overlay and punted me pretty good. But get back on it, start the car up, and just go. And then I was trying to chase Carlos down. And then I don't know what it was with race 2. I think the track cooled off a lot, but I came in a 3 and had no grip and shot across the track on the first lap. I didn't take anyone else out, thankfully, but I think Carlos and some other guys got into it, and then he and I just worked our way up through the field.
Oh yeah, that's right. We forgot we did cover that incident on the replay, and yes, you. It was like you got a little lockup and went off the track, and there were a few other cars that did crash in that corner, but you all seemed. You weren't the cause of their issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good recovery, definitely. Yeah. And that's it. Anybody they want to thank or anything? I don't even know. Anybody watching at home?
No idea.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure.
You got your dad, right?
Yeah, I got my dad and my mom. And I have gotten my text from my parents already, thanking me for having a clean race and keeping things good for them.
Yep. Well, they hopefully they weren't too disappointed with our stream. We had some issues with sound and things kept cutting in and out, but trying to get better. We'll work on that.
Good.
I think we found a few things to blame. I'm going to lean on blaming Ian at this point, but but no, Ian did great. Thanks for joining me, Ian.
Yeah.
So yeah, great race. Next week we are going to be. Let's see here. I have one of those race next week, I think.
You said it earlier without it.
Oh yeah, there we go. Next week we have Long Beach. You guys looking forward to Long Beach?
Absolutely.
That's going to be a handful. Unfortunately, I'm out of town, so I won't be here for next week's race, but I'll be here for practice. So, give you guys something to run around with.
Cool. That
Yep.
should be very interesting.
Yeah, I think Long Beach is a great track. It's a fun track, but just zero room for error.
Yeah. Wow.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Congrats, Dave. Good to see that everyone had a nice clean race. Any final words, Steve?
Nope, that's it. Just thanks everybody at home for watching. Thanks to our sponsors, Matt Barber and the OS Office Service Company. And tune in next week for Long Beach. We promise to get better.
We will try our hardest.
And thank you, Ian, for joining me.
I'll come back.
All right, everyone, have a good night.